Ready?
Ready.
Hey everyone, welcome to the latest episode of Snitchin'. It's your host, Kristen.
And Brittany, get ready for the best part of your day.
Happy Monday. We hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. How was your weekend, Britt?
It was good. A lot of packing up, getting the house ready so far. I did end up having my hematologist appointment though on Friday. I don't think I've even given you an
Oh,
update. I didn't give everyone an update. So yeah, for those that didn't listen, I think it was last Monday I talked about it. But yeah, so apparently I'm severely anemic. The doctors just took forever to reach out to me, despite the first person that calling me making it seem like I was about to drop dead at any moment, telling me I need to go to the ER.
truly.
But yeah, so I finally, it was actually weird. Like that Monday after we talked about it, literally like within an hour, it was like my phone was listening and like telling the doctor. It wasn't the hematologist, but my doctor's office called me and was like, "Did they schedule an appointment yet?" And I was like, "No." And I think that helped put some pressure on them. But so there's a cancellation. So I went Friday. And I mean, I'm like, fine. It was like the lady, like the hematologist doctor was like, I was like, do I need to like eat more iron? Like, well, and she was just like, no, I mean, like the amount of anemic you are, like eating a piece of steak or like a burger or something is not going to make a difference. Like,
Yeah.
and I was like, that fucking bitch. And I said that to her. I was like, well, the first nurse that called me was like yelling at me to eat a cheeseburger. She was like, well, yeah, she shouldn't have, but so but yeah, so I guess I'm probably going to end up getting there's like this like and I actually like now that I've kind of mentioned it, I've heard of like two other people who have had this. You can get like an IV iron. So it's like they
Oh,
and apparently it's supposed to make you feel like so bad, so much better. Like most people don't even realize how bad they felt until after. So
where can you get it?
the doctor, I mean, there's like so it depends. The she said like the preferred one is two doses. You go two separate times. And then but a lot of times insurance doesn't cover that one. So if you can't get that one, then you have to go five times. But
Damn.
yeah.
What a
So
difference. 1 to 5?
I
Or
know,
two
right?
to five, 2 to 5.
I know, right?
Yeah. I will say, when we went to Nashville for Ellen's bachelorette, she was like severely hungover the second day, like very
Hmm.
dehydrated. She almost like was in tears. I felt so bad for her.
Oh,
Yeah, she was just like, nothing is making me feel better. Like, I'm
that
miserable.
sucks.
I know. And we were at like a drag show brunch, and it was just like, it's just not you just like don't want to be feeling terrible.
Yeah.
So we took her to this like IV place downtown. It was like a social IV place. People would go there just to get fluids whenever,
Yeah.
if they were hungover or, just wanted like a little boost. And I remember talking to two girls that were there, and they were like, we come here like every 3 months. We'll just come and just get like a bunch of fluids, a bunch of vitamins, and we feel so good after. And she
Wow.
literally, an hour later, was like ready to go.
Wow.
I
Even like,
know.
so did these girls go every 3 months, like even if they weren't hungover?
Yeah, yeah. And like when we met them, they just were there for like
Wow.
a quarterly appointment.
Yeah, I think there's like one or two of those now in Southie.
I could see that being in Southie. I would be curious to try it.
I would try it too. Yeah.
I feel like there's no harm that can come from doing like fluids,
No.
just hydration station.
Yeah, I feel like even Casey would be okay with that.
I think Casey would be okay with that. Yeah.
I'm not Googling it though, because I don't want to know.
Yeah, girl.
If she's like, those iron
Same.
transfusions are so bad, I don't want to know. I'm getting them.
Not today, Casey. Not
Yeah.
today. Well, I'm glad that you found out, like, what's happening. It's so annoying that it took so long, but at least you know.
Yeah. Well, no, what's annoying is that the first like person that called me made it seem like I was like about to have a heart attack. That
No,
was the annoying thing.
seriously. To say to
Uh,
go to the ER and get a transfusion that day is beyond overreacting.
yeah. Yeah.
Do you think it was like her first day? Like it just feels very amateur.
I know. No, I don't. She seemed like older.
Damn.
I mean,
Interesting.
yeah, like I said, like I get it. People have a bad day, but when your job is like dealing with people's lives and when you're calling people about critical blood work, like you need to not let that show.
100%. Could not agree more.
But yeah, so moral of the story, get your blood work done, even if the doctor tells you don't need it.
Yeah, honestly, that should be the takeaway. That
Yeah.
should be. Yeah. Get your blood work done, even if it's not necessary. If it's covered, get it. Because like literally, what if you just never got that? Would you just never know you're anemic? Like what could happen?
No. I don't know. I think I would just be really tired all the time, like burnt out.
Dude.
I
Yeah.
know.
Ugh. Just another like reason for us to be annoyed at our healthcare system. But moving on, you're at least we got the goods now. You got the
We'll see.
we'll see.
Yeah.
How's the moving stuff going?
I don't know. Fine, I guess.
Moving's
I
such a bitch.
It sucks. I also like, I don't know, well, actually you probably don't have this problem as much as me, but like I try to go through my clothes every once in a while, like once, twice a year, and
Yeah.
I'm like every time I'm like, all right, I'm gonna throw shit out. Like I'm gonna be hard and I'm gonna throw stuff out.
Yeah.
Like I usually throw out like five things at a time. I like can't do it. I don't know what it is. I'm like, a lot of my stuff's like just still in good shape. Like I don't know.
Oh my God, I'm so the opposite. Like literally, if I don't wear something for less than like if it's been almost a year and I haven't worn it, I'm like, I'm not gonna wear this. Just get rid of it. Like literally, there was a shirt that I got with Jill and like George, and it was so cute. And I remember thinking, but like it was not my best purchase because like shirts that button down the front, and if it's a little too tight, like on your
Yeah.
boobs, it
Yeah.
spreads
It's like the whole, yeah.
the hole. It's the worst. And I remember thinking like, oh, maybe by the time summer comes, like, or it's like the bra I'm wearing, like I'll be able to wear this. I tried it on. Like, absolutely not, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've never worn this. This is just pure like $40 down the drain. Do I save it just to have like a win, just to feel like I didn't lose, I guess is a better way to frame it.
Mm,
No, I'm like, it's gone. Get it. I
wow.
think the reason is because in my mind, every time I see it, I'm like disappointed in myself. I'm like, that was a bad purchase. So might as well just
Yeah.
get it out of like my space, out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, everyone has those. I get it. My thing is just like, I'm like, if something is still, like, if it was expensive,
Yeah.
even if it was 5 years ago and it's still like in good shape, I'm like, I, I like can't throw it out.
I think a lot of people have that problem. Do you wear any of those clothes though? Like for real?
I mean, some of them, I don't know. Probably
Yeah.
not really, but like, I don't know. Yeah.
What you should do is like give them to someone. My cousin Megan is so good at that. She doesn't like donate or toss. Like she gives the girls so much clothes. Like,
Mm,
so
I mean, I will
maybe,
definitely donate, but yeah, it would be nice. It probably would be more motivating if I had like if I could donate to someone I knew.
yeah. I don't know. But moving is such a bitch. I don't envy you on this. Like, especially moving a full house, like four people. I've only moved one person. I've done it, AKA me, multiple times. But I
Hmm.
don't I don't have like a lot of stuff in general, I think for that reason.
Yeah, I just have a shit ton of clothes.
Oh, see, I feel like that wouldn't be the hardest part. I would think like the kitchen,
Yeah,
the
we're throwing away a lot
toys.
of that, but we're not really at that point because like our house is going up. We're moving, so I think we're moving into my parents like next weekend, and then we're
Oh,
going to Charleston, and the house is going on the market.
that
So it's like we
works.
don't have to move everything out because it's still going to get showed. I don't know.
Yeah. That's
But
actually
yeah,
great timing.
typical Chris. You want to hear a story that sums up my husband?
Yeah.
So on Friday afternoon, I had like an hour at the end of the day, and I was like, I'm gonna try to clean out my closet, or at least like take everything out and like pack pretty much half of it, like things that I know I'm not gonna wear in the next month.
Yeah.
And so I like had these huge piles and whatever, and I was like, what should I do with these, Chris? He's like, just put them in a trash bag. I was like, all right. I mean, that's what I normally do. Like, we'll just throw my clothes in a trash bag.
Yeah.
But then I go to the garage and mine are in these two big, huge, gross trash bags, and Chris's clothes are all neatly stacked in these nice little bins. I'm like,
Mhm.
you're kidding me.
That is so like we always rag on Chris, but which, obviously
He's gonna
in
own
in
that one.
jest, but like there's things he does that are so specifically him, and like that is a perfect case in point.
Yeah, like you put yours in a trash bag while I silently put mine in these really nice bins.
Yes, that I mean, he loves his stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm glad that you're getting there and it seems like you have a good schedule and when you're in Charleston, like you're just going to be in Charleston mode. So that's nice.
I know. I know. Just gonna get there.
Just got to get there.
How was your weekend? What'd you do? Anything?
Oh, yeah, my weekend's been good. I saw Mish on Friday night, and it
Mm-hmm.
was Romy Girl's second birthday. So I got her a little baby doll with a crib, and she loved it. So it's been
Yay.
so long since I've had like a little girl
Mm.
gift, you know? It's always all the
Mm-hmm.
little boys, so it was
Mm-hmm.
fun to
Nice.
do that and hang with her. And then yesterday, I've done this before. There was a lot going on in my neighborhood yesterday. There was like a 5K that was right down the road. And then there was also the Neponset River Valley, I think, like cleanup organization. So
Mm-hmm.
they once a year, like twice a year, they do this like spring cleanup. Well, twice a year being one spring, one fall, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And they like mobilize 400 people around Massachusetts, and you basically just go and like clean up the coastal, like you can clean up beaches. I live obviously on a marina, so like I just did the part around our marina and cleaned up
Mm-hmm.
trash.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like 2.5 hours, and it was great, like great weather. I just put my, headphones on, and it was like fun to see a bunch of people going around picking up trash for my
Yeah, you're so
neighborhood.
nice.
Well, you know how I feel about the oceans. Like the
Yeah.
oceans, we need to protect them, and
Yeah.
no one does because it's like out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
So it felt good to do something good and to get out and get some. It was like relatively warm, so that was a big plus. So yeah, that was my morning. And then in the afternoon, I went over to Dorchester. They were doing this. My friend Caitlin, that I used to work with literally 700 years ago, her mom, and her cousin were going to this day disco.
Mm.
I've never heard of this before. And I was like, what does one do, wear to a day disco? It was actually right like in Adams Village, like the neighborhood that Lucy
Mm-hmm.
and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It was so fun. They did a great job.
Was it
Um,
inside or outside?
it was inside a restaurant, Blashi's. I've never been there, but like the whole place was decorated. Everyone was kind of dressed up. Caitlin's mom brought us like, little scarves and things to wear. And it was, I would say, like the vibe was maybe 75% women to men.
Mm-mm.
Most common age range, I would say like 50 to 60.
What?
So, yeah, I mean,
That's
disco.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, that's not what I was expecting. Okay.
No, no. So, like, but the dance floor was popping.
Okay, well, that makes more
And
sense why Caitlin's mom went then. I was like, why is Caitlin's mom going?
yeah, yeah. So it was really interesting because it was like packed. And I guess this is all through word of mouth. There's this kind of like crew of people in Southie that started this and did it somewhere there. And now they're moving to Quincy. And I guess they're going to do it again in Braintree, but they don't like
Mm,
advertise it. It's all word of mouth. And
mm,
I guess it's like kind of through this DJ Kate. Love a female DJ, first off,
mm.
like always a win. Everyone was really into it, jamming and just having a good time. I totally also had a love connection on the floor. So
Oh,
DJ got me falling in love again.
with a
Um,
50-year-old or?
no, no, no. Great clarifying question. No, so I noticed him right when I got in. His name was James, and he was like the only guy that looked relatively like around our age who seemingly like just what I didn't know if he was single,
Mm.
but he was like a vibe on the dance floor. He was out there the whole time, really, mixing it
Wow, I
up with
love
the
that.
ladies. Yes, exactly. And like, I feel, I've said it very openly here. I'm not like super confident or comfortable in like a flirting space. Like, it's
Hmm.
just not my strong suit. However, I feel like a lot of people do not feel comfortable on a dance floor.
Yeah,
I
you do. Yeah.
I have confidence on a dance
Oh,
floor.
that's true.
So it was really like the stars were aligning for me because I was like, oh, he's out there dancing. I was like, I got this.
Yeah.
So had a few drinks, went out there, and him and I were like totally dance flirting. It was so fun.
Wow.
But he was very drunk by the end of it. And
Mm.
your girl was actually fairly well behaved.
Hmm.
And it's just like when
Yeah.
someone's like super drunk and like kind of all over you, I was like, ugh, I mean, it wasn't like the most attractive by that point.
Yeah.
And I wasn't gonna like smooch him or do it, like I got his number, but so we'll see, see if he reaches out. I would totally go out with him because he was like just super fun.
Mm.
But yeah, no. And then we went down to Erie Pub and then I went home. I was home maybe like 8 or 9 and it was a great day.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, I will say not a lot on the story front. We don't have much to share with you guys. We are recording this on a Sunday and there was so much news on Friday.
I know.
We just kind of don't have a whole lot, but we have a couple things.
Hmm.
You watched the Hilary Duff interview on Call Her Daddy, right?
Yeah, I actually wanted to tell you about that regardless because I feel like it made me like appreciate the album a little bit more.
Oh, I love that.
So did you listen to any of it?
I've seen clips.
I mean, the first thing I say is her voice. Holy shit.
What do you
Annoying as
mean?
fuck. Um, like, Britney Spears kind of talks in that voice where she's like, I don't even know how to do it. It's like,
Like baby talk?
yeah, like baby talk kind of. Like she's like, I don't know. Like I was thinking about a long time ago. I don't know. But and I like literally this is a lesson for me though, because sometimes like things like that will get in my way and I'll be like, I can't listen to this, I'm turning it off.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I stuck with it because I got over the voice eventually. I was like, you can't let just someone's bad voice ruin your experience, which relevant for a podcast host. So I stuck it out. But yeah, so once I got past that, I don't know. I just feel like I never really realized that I feel like she's got a pretty good head on her shoulders, honestly, like compared to a lot of those other Disney stars.
Yes.
And like she's kind of one of those girls that like may seem dumb or ditzy, but like is actually really smart.
I agree with you. Like, people forget she had a baby. She had her first kid at like 24.
Yeah, yeah.
She was a young
Um,
mom who like kind of went from such extreme teen stardom to like just locking it down at home, which it sounds like might have been the best thing.
yeah, yeah. And like she was explaining, so the beginning, like she talked a little bit about Lizzie McGuire. She said, like, do you remember like her feud with Lindsay Lohan?
Yes.
I don't really remember that, but she did confirm that they were like nemesises, something to do with Aaron Carter, I think.
Yes. Because it was like rumored that Aaron Carter was like dating both of them. And do you remember he came on the Lizzie McGuire show and he did like a little song on the
Yeah,
show?
yeah, they talked about that.
Oh, they did.
And how like I think Hilary Duff like crashed like the Freaky Friday premiere or something. She was like, "Well, Chad Michael Murray invited me." I was like, "Casual."
Casual.
But yeah, she was just talking a lot about how like when you're a child star, like she was like it's hard to like rectify because people will like come up to her and be like, "Oh my God, you changed my life. Like you're such a big part of my childhood." And like it's kind of like overwhelming for
Yeah.
someone to like just like what do you say to that or like how do you kind of like process that stuff? So she was like, it took me like a while to like really like kind of get over it and like feel like I actually was like good enough because I felt like everyone was talking about how great I was and like I didn't feel like that. So I appreciated that. That was interesting. Oh, she talked about the sister, not like
Oh,
outright, but they like Alex did a good job of like answering questions or asking questions, kind of like dancing around it, but like making it obvious. They were talking about that song "We Don't Talk," and she was just saying that like she was like basically like in she was what she was implying was that like she's the one that's like reaching out like like the like Alex was like how do you like handle situations like that when you feel like someone's ignoring you or blah blah like are you the type to reach out? She's like I always reach out and like you could tell it was genuine like she started crying and like you could tell it just like really upset her
yeah.
and she wasn't trying to be like fake about it but it seems like her sister Haley Duff is a bitch. So yeah, there's that. She didn't really talk about the dad or anything. Oh, and they like talked about the mom group drama.
Oh, yes.
The same thing, like didn't name names, but she was like, yeah, I mean, like, and like I feel like we talked about it when that happened, and we kind of said the same thing. She was like, yeah, I mean, I have like a lot of different groups of friends, and like my kids are different ages, and I have 4 kids, so like, whatever.
Yeah.
And she was just like, yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate that this person was coming out and saying all these things that were untrue or like whatever, but it just seems like her feelings were hurt and like it wasn't really Hillary's fault. Like she seemed mad about it.
I think in hindsight, like it's been 2 months maybe since that came out, and it feels like
Hmm.
that story died fairly quick.
Yeah,
Like no one's really talking about it, and it feels like public perception is on Hillary and Mandy's side. Like, Ashley, you're a 40-year-old
agreed.
woman, putting these women on blast because you feel excluded. Like that is such a one-sided story.
Yeah,
And I hate to say it, but if no one else is really coming out to back you, then maybe you're the problem.
yeah, yeah. Maybe you're the problem.
Yeah. But it's great to see this like resurgence of millennial culture. I mean, the Hannah Montana 20-year anniversary, just
Mm-hmm.
was resurging. Demi Lovato seems to be doing so well. She's on tour.
Mm-hmm.
Selena doing great, no drama there. We've got Lindsay Lohan on the up and up, like filming a new movie with Shailene Woodley. And now Hilary with her new album. Like she's just crushing it. And I feel like she's crushing the interview game.
Yeah, no, she is. She definitely was. There was another thing I was going to say, but I don't remember now. Oh, I wanted her to ask about like if she definitely isn't. This probably was a question that they couldn't ask, but I wanted Alex to ask if she was still like friendly with Miranda and Gordo
Oh yeah, that's a great question. You're
in real
right.
life. She probably isn't.
Probably not. Yeah. Well, because remember, wasn't Miranda not even in the Elizabeth, like the movie?
Oh, she wasn't?
No, I don't think she ever went there. I think it was just like her and Gordo.
Oh, yeah, you might be right.
I feel like they weren't, there was like rumors that they weren't great.
Well, oh, in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
I mean, it's a
Um,
lot to deal with also when you're saying like the parasocial relationships of people being like, you changed my life. That must be super overwhelming. And it must be also very overwhelming to deal with. I'm sure there's a lot of jealousy pointed her way. It seems like,
oh, definitely.
the Lindsay Lohan was very much a media thing, like targeting these two girls against each other. If she had issues with their sister, like I definitely think that was probably a part of it.
Hmm.
Miranda, like I could see why and now, who knows if that's even circling back to the mom drama, like why she's even probably maybe triggered by it because like she didn't do anything.
Yeah, yeah, I know. But yeah, I mean, it seems like she just kind of processes things pretty well. I'm sure it's like taken her a long time and stuff. But like they also, like Alex also brought up, like she was saying, a lot of other child stars around your age, like kind of had it a lot worse than you.
Yeah.
And she and Hillary, like, kind of, like, like obviously she acknowledged that, like, she wasn't on Nickelodeon with like that creep guy. But she was like, well, I mean, there were like those like weird, like the way she explained it is, I mean, and it makes total sense. Like when you're 11 to, 15, being a child star, like you'll do literally anything anyone says to like stay
Yeah.
on the show. And that's when like a lot of people take advantage or just like ask weird questions. Like she wasn't specific, but she was just saying like, like those like questionable moments definitely like came up, but she just said she thought felt like she was like good at navigating them.
Good for
So.
her. I love her. And I think that we talked about it briefly. I think we should go see her in concert.
Yeah, I would. I mean, Lizzie
Yeah.
McGuire is like that's like our sweet spot Disney Channel show, I would say.
Yes. Absolutely. If you were born between like 1988, 1992, like you have a soft spot for that show.
Yeah, yeah.
It
I
was
know.
meant for people our age.
It's crazy how famous she is. Like I forget. Like
I
she's like a
know.
household name.
I know. And it's like really, I think, because of that and Cinderella story. Like she did other things, but those were, I think, oh, Freaky Friday.
Cheaper
No,
by
no,
the
no, no.
dozen.
Cheaper by the dozen. Yes. And Freaky Friday was Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
Cheaper by the dozen, yeah, but I don't think it was the same. I don't think it has the same longevity of Cinderella story and like the
Yeah.
nostalgia of Lizzie.
And she wasn't like I feel like that it was more of an ensemble cast in Cheaper by the Dozen.
Definitely. Yeah. Like yeah,
Um,
exactly. But good for her. That was good to hear. I love her.
yeah.
So only other news we have for today is some White Lotus casting news. It came out over the weekend that Helena Bonham Carter has been replaced. They have been shooting the show for 9 days, and they basically just said that the character wasn't working and not a lot of details or explanation. They are rewriting and recasting the role. I feel like
Oh
that's
wow.
very rare to do that, especially post filming, like 9 days in.
So was she in it before? No.
No.
Is she not a repeat season? Oh, yeah, that's weird. I feel like something happened.
I think so too. Like, I feel like you do the audition process and you kind of vet everybody out like pretty well before you start actually spending money filming. Like that's like probably millions of dollars that they've wasted by having to reshoot all of her stuff and rewrite all her stuff.
Yeah.
So I wonder, I mean, she feels to me like a very creative person, maybe has very like opinionated opinions on how her characters should be portrayed. That's a vibe I get from her.
Yeah.
So maybe something happened there, but yeah, I mean, kind of surprising. I'm curious once the season airs if they'll like enough time will pass that they'll go back and give an explanation and maybe like more candid explanation of what happened.
Yeah. I hope so. I know on Google it just says creative differences, which
Yeah,
is like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like if you're an actor, like you can like have your opinion. I mean, obviously, I don't know what it's actually like working in this industry,
yeah.
caveat. But like you can share your opinion on a character and like try to maybe spin it, but like at the end of the day, like your job isn't to decide the creative direction of the content. You
I
know, like you're
know.
supposed to read the script and be that character.
Girl,
So
preach. So
seems
we'll
like she was just
see.
getting out of her lane. Oh, oh, I thought I just canceled. I thought I just exited out. I'm sorry.
No. But I mean, honestly, you probably could have because that's all we have for you guys today. We don't have a whole lot. We hope everyone has a great week. We're going to be back on Wednesday with a great episode. We have Brittany's cousin Emma, a different Emma. You've already talked
Hmm.
to one cousin Emma, but this is another cousin Emma who has her own retail store. So we're going to learn all about what that was like opening it, how she runs it. I'm very excited to talk to
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, I'm so excited. And we're going to talk about like fashion, summer fashion, like what the trends are. So that will be a great one. And then I also want you to watch Euphoria so we could talk about that
I know it's on my to-do. I gotta get how many episodes? Two?
too. And then today is the wedding one, I guess, of
Oh, okay.
Cassie and Dylan. Yeah, I think
No,
that's his
Cassie
name.
and Nate.
Nate. Okay,
Dylan.
yeah. I'm terrible with names. I'm sorry. But yeah, when you told me you had a Reddit, I was shocked. I was like, is she okay?
I know. I think I got rid of HBO, so I have to look. But
Oh,
yeah, no, 3 episodes. I can handle that.
yeah. All right, cool. Well, make sure to like us, follow us, comment at us at snitchinpod on TikTok and Instagram. Go to our website, snitchinpodcast.com, and tell everyone you know about us.
Bye.
Bye.